Good evening, good evening. Welcome, friends. I hope you're ready to fight. It's been a while.
2 weeks, to be exact.
It has been 2 weeks. We did not record last week because I was at a Twin Temple concert, and it was awesome. I had a wonderful time.
Point on a thing. You gotta...
Oh, no, I know. Give it a second. I had a wonderful time. It was awesome. They ripped up Bibles at the end of the show. Caught a couple pages. That was fun.
Yeah. It's funny because you told me this last week, and I want to respond in the exact same way I did then, being like, man, that sounds really hard to, like, rip through an entire Bible.
But you wasted the joke. Well, I mean, we were having a conversation, so, like, understandable, but...
And then you said that, oh, no, they were tearing pages out
a little bit.
And then tearing the pages.
I forgot. I have to steal one of the OG FWF stickers back from where I know it's sitting on my parents' counter, so I can put it right there.
Sneak in.
They wouldn't notice.
Oh, I'm sure not, but it just, makes it fun. Like, dress in all black, get a ski mask, take a single sticker worth a few cents.
Ghost tea. Because he's a ghost full of tea.
Ghosty.
But yeah, Twin Temple was absolutely delightful. The opener was freaking awesome. I have a new band that I am very much an enjoyer of. Check out Creeper. And... oh, in other music news, that band Dogma I like. One, they're going on their first US tour, and they are not coming anywhere near me, which is devastating. They just released their first vinyl pre-order, immediately copped, and they just covered Like a Prayer by Madonna, and it's fantastic. And also inspired me to listen to the original Like a Prayer for the first time in my life.
Seriously?
Yeah, seriously.
Huh. That's wild.
And, like, does this ever happen to you? You'll, like, finally get around to, like, listening to something that has, like, just, like, massive cultural saturation. Like, you've heard, like, you've known about this your entire life. You just haven't watched / listened to it. And then you do that and you're like, oh, okay, I get it. That's how I felt listening to Madonna's Like a Prayer for the first time in my life.
Yeah, that is one of her best, in my opinion.
I get it. And then I looked up a picture of what she looked like during that era. Whew, I really get it. I really get it.
Yeah. They're not going to be in NYC?
No! Like, they're not going to be in New York or New Jersey.
Weird.
And yet they're playing the same... They're... playing, like, one of the venues in fucking Los Angeles or something that, like, Ghost has played, like, secret shows at for, like, revealing albums. So, like, they've got pull. So why are they not coming to New York City, at least?
Yeah. That is weird.
Anyway, I don't really know what's up with that, but I will be seeing them next time, no matter fucking what.
Chris put a link in the chat, and I was like, I wonder what that is. I click on it. It's a still image from the Like a Prayer music video.
Mommy? Where's the link? I need to see
It's
it.
in the chat.
No, I know. It's only clicking on the show thing because I'm in StreamYard and that's on me.
Yeah, you gotta open the Twitch. I have the Twitch on this monitor.
Okay, you know what? Fuck this. I'm in too deep. You know what? No, I know what Madonna looks like in the Like a Prayer music video. I spent several minutes looking at it.
And yet you sound so upset.
Because she was hot! Next question.
Oh wait, you can send messages in private chat.
Ooh.
Check the private
what if I
chat.
be live?
And then you can click on it.
Yes! God. Anyway.
What were we talking about?
Kyle texted me a little while ago because he is watching the movie that we're going to be talking about on stream tomorrow night, which is Suspiria. And he was like, he made some comment about all the like women in it being very attractive, or a lot of the women in it being very attractive. And I texted him, I was like, isn't it fun having a girlfriend that also likes boobies?
I would think so.
I like to hope that it is.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna shuffle around our bullet points ever so slightly. Tell me what you saw.
Yeah, I very hurried.
Brookes witnessed something crazy.
Yeah,
and we were going to talk about the Shadows trailer, which we will still talk about, but I need to know.
Yeah, I put that in the calendar event like immediately so I didn't forget, and I was just quickly like out and about, hurriedly typing it in and saving it so I wouldn't forget.
Okay.
But I was out running some errands today, and figured I happened to be by, Bath and Body Works, so figure I'll pop in. So I walk toward it, and I hear all this commotion.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it was intentional or not, but a person in a car almost ran over 3 people trying to back out of a spot. But
okay,
then she doubled down on it because the 3 people were mad because they had to jump out of the way. It was real close, and they were like yelling at her. And then she tried to hit him, like with the front of her car, leaving the parking lot. But it doesn't end there because, of course, these 3 people, they looked like maybe like women in their late teens. They were very upset. And they were like pounding on the car, standing in front of it so she couldn't leave. The driver had rolled down the window a little bit, and she was like punching her through the window. They were trying to like drag her out of the car. Some random person comes over and tries to like grab this girl who was doing the punching to try to like calm things down.
Do not fuck with teenage girls, man.
Yeah, it was insane. And so I went in Bath and Body Works because it was one of those things where my first thought is, I'm going to call the police. But I just upped in Bath and Body Works, and they were like, oh, we're calling them right now. I was like, okay. And the store next door was calling them at the exact same time. So sheriff's car drove up like a minute later, and the woman in the car somehow escaped, got out, but they chased her. I think they caught her.
Jesus
I tried to get the plate number. Yeah, it was a lot, and I just kind of hung out in the Bath and Body Works and talked with the employees about it, and they were like, yeah,
sure.
I wish I could say, things like that are uncommon in this plaza. I mean, nothing to that extreme before, but like they said 5 of them had their cars broken into while working. Somebody had a person back into their car while they were in it and then leave, even though she was laying on the horn the whole time. Like,
what's going on?
Yeah, it was wild because I just assumed when I saw this girl screaming through this car window at this woman, I thought, they must like know each other and have some beef. And no, again, I don't know if the initial like backing out at them was intentional or if she just wasn't paying attention. And then she got mad that they were mad at her, and that was when she did the second time intentionally.
I
But
would
yeah, it was
guess.
crazy.
That
They
is
were
crazy.
pounding on her car, and yeah.
Damn.
I thought
Yeah,
about trying to intervene, but I was like,
that does sound like an absolutely insane time. Wow.
yeah. Yeah, so I thought that's a fun story to tell on the pod. I made a note of it.
Once again, doing a slight shuffle in the order because I'm realizing now that one of the things it's just a meme. I just want to share a meme. Chris, I hope you're ready to do producer things. Shout out to my boy Jimmy Carter for making it to 100, being the first president to live to 100. Probably the only one that deserves it.
I feel ashamed, but I feel like I don't know enough about Jimmy Carter's presidency to either agree or disagree with that.
Every criticism I hear of Jimmy Carter's presidency is just that, like, he was too much of an empathetic, genuine human being to be a good politician.
Okay, yeah, I dig that.
So, there you have it. Again, there is a relevant meme that I'm hoping will appear on the screen.
The link is in the...
Oh, wonderful. How do I show that to the people? Because it's funny.
Good question.
God damn it.
I think there's...
Someone who lived in a second floor balcony on Washington Ave in Albany. Oh my god. Woo!
Do it. Oh.
There we go. Yeah, we're hitting the Jimmy cart in honor of his 100th birthday.
Not to like say stuff, but I'm pretty sure I just did that myself. I pushed buttons and things happened.
Oh wow, what a time to be alive.
It's scary.
Cool.
Yeah, I was like, this seems like it would be the right thing to push, and then
I really should learn more about using StreamYard, but here we are. So now
we just make it up on the fly.
With that out of the way, girl, it's so fucking over.
I haven't watched the trailer. I completely forgot.
It's so fucking over. And also, I think they're going to continue their fucking character assassination of Laszlo Cravensworth, and I'm not happy about it.
I want to pull it up and have it quietly over here.
My confidence in their ability to handle this is not as high as I would like it to be. Let me put it that way. But my fucking family.
How do I know which one is the one to which you were referring?
I don't think it really matters. There's like a trailer and one teaser.
Oh, okay. I have it playing over here with captions, so I can at least get a sense.
But yeah, it's so over.
It is hard to accept.
I don't want this to end. And again, somebody has to step up because this is the only goddamn funny thing on cable TV.
Yeah.
Quote unquote cable in the year of our Dark Lord 2024.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's why the youth don't even know what it is.
Mm-hmm. Which, by the way, all these fucking streaming service bundles, we're just reinventing cable, but worse.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. Well, at least there are no commercials potentially, so that's nice. But it's on demand.
Roll back on that though.
Yeah, I mean, mostly they allow it, but for extra money. But I also, so I am around 18 to 22-year-olds all the time.
Mhm.
And so I learned things from them, particularly in media classes, because I asked them. I asked them a couple weeks ago if they'd ever physically read a physical copy of a newspaper, and most of them had never even touched one.
I have. Again, maybe this is because I have old parents, but we got the newspaper. It was almost a fifth during the window on like breaks when I was in school, when like my sister and I still both lived in the same house during my college years. It was a physical fight to see if one of us could get to the newspaper before my dad to steal the crosswords for that day, if we did it at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah, but not to like read the articles.
I mean, have I read articles in a newspaper before? Yes, absolutely. Like I saw something that looked interesting or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got a newspaper
But
every single fucking day in my family growing up.
most of them, like even if they had parents that had like a newspaper subscription, they didn't read it or touch it even. But
Okay,
that wasn't
that's
even
particularly weird to me because like even like when I was a kid sometimes they would like hear about like, oh, like there would be an article about a show I liked. They'd be
Mhm.
like, it would be like, oh, Doctor Who 50th anniversary to air, blah blah blah, and here. My parents would hand me the newspaper.
Well, that segues into the reason I brought this up in the first place. The newspapers wasn't a side thing. I got sidetracked. But
Explain.
with TV, I am getting the very strong sense they don't watch new things.
Okay,
Like,
and here's the
they have
thing.
a comfort show.
I have comfort shows, and I understand why the no watching new things, like why people have the no watching new things rule. It's because Netflix axes fucking everything after the first season, no matter how successful it is.
No, I think that I don't know exactly what it is. They have a show and it's very frequently something like Friends, and they just watch it repeatedly. And every time I mention a show that isn't one of those common comfort shows or reality TV, they usually don't know what I'm talking about. They don't
So,
pay
in your
attention.
professional opinion, are we cooked?
I mean, I can't say that because this is all anecdotal,
This is
from
true.
conversations I've had with students, but it's bizarre to me that they don't really
That's
watch
super
things.
weird because, in a very roundabout way, you and I are friends because of something that was airing at the time.
Mhm. X-Files.
Which, like, is strange because that's also vintage in and of itself, but, like, the revival.
Mhm. Yeah.
Like, if I didn't watch TV that was airing, this probably would not be happening.
Yeah, but I would also say you're not typical in that way. Plus, I mean, you've been out of college 4 years.
Yeah, this is also true,
It
but
changes a lot.
that is that is really fucking strange because I remember, like, watching tons of stuff that was currently airing, like, when I was
Yeah.
in high school,
Yeah,
and
but
it's, like, it's
that
weird to think that people who were freshmen, like, who were freshmen in high school when I was a senior in high school, approximately that, like, 3 to 4-year age difference, that the difference is that distinct.
well, I mean, so, like, with this particular class that I was talking to, you're more like 7 years older than they are.
Oh, yeah, point taken.
But that reminds me of a story that I wanted a quick one that I wanted to tell from
I
my
never apologize for stories. That's
I
what
feel
this
like I'm
show is.
jumping
This
from
is
thing to
group
thing.
therapy where no one heals.
I'm just, like, jumping from thing to thing, like a
I love it.
but because the age thing reminded me of this. So I'm teaching my media ethics course this semester,
Mhm.
and we were analyzing a case study where these two reporters for a newspaper, one who was 24 and one who was 27, decide they're going to go undercover at a college party to investigate like drinking habits because there have been a number of alcohol related deaths in recent years. So they go to this party again. One's 24 years old, one's 27 years old, and they're just partying with these college students to gather information. The way in which my students talked about these two people in their 20s
Like they
as
were
though,
fucking decrepit.
yes, the number of people who were just like, I mean, you're like partying with college students. That's just sad when you're like 27 years old.
People go to college at 27, you little shit.
That's one of the funniest parts. There's a student in that class who's 26. And they don't know that. He and I were talking about it after class. He was like, well, I guess I'm basically dust at this point.
Oh my
In their eyes.
god. Ooh, hello,
But,
my idiot son.
probably the one that hit me the hardest was a girl who was like, why are you even at this party? You're like washed up.
You
was
little fucker.
Do none of you hear? You know you're talking to me, right?
No. Okay. And here's the other thing.
This was the day before I turned 39.
This happens in fandom spaces all the time, and it drives me fucking nuts. Where these 14-year-olds will get mad that somebody is like my age or older, or even that somebody is like 23 and still doing like fandom stuff, writing fan fiction, making edits, doing whatever, and be like, oh, you're supposed to be an adult. You're not supposed to be doing that. Like, do you think all of your interests just disappear when you turn 18?
Yeah.
Like when you turn 20? And also, do you not realize that that so much of the fan fiction you're reading is written by someone who is 37?
Yeah.
So fucking much of it is written by somebody who is 42. It does not end. Also, fandom was started by women in their middle ages, so... or at least modern fandom as we know it, because a bunch of housewives decided that Kirk and Spock were gay.
Yeah. Which they were. Whatever.
Oh, 100%. Gene Roddenberry himself said he would have done it if he could have gotten away with it on TV.
I think I'm going to see Shatner this weekend, potentially. He's going to be in Buffalo on Sunday. So, yeah, that's why I'm a little torn. But it'd be cool just to be like, well, look, that's him. All right, I'm good.
That's all you need to do. This fucking came up on Regrettable Reviews the other week. James T. Kirk would not stand for William Shatner.
Correct.
It would beat the fuck out of him. Anyway.
Yeah, but yeah, this whole thing was so upsetting to me, and I felt bad for the one student in the class who I know is 26.
I'm upset and I'm 26.
Yeah. That's how I remember his age, because I remember when he told me the first time, I was like, oh, so he's like your age, and so that's why I remember. But it just killed me that they weren't thinking about the fact that they're talking to somebody in her late 30s. Like,
and also, here's the thing. Like, that's why there are now, like, fucking 12-year-olds who are, like, terrified of, like, getting wrinkles or whatever. Because we have, like, poisoned the minds of people not that much fucking younger than me. And they are terrified of being older than 22.
I don't understand.
Like, they think life ends the second the clock ticks over and you're 23. It's bizarre.
Doesn't make sense. I would vastly prefer to be in like my late 20s, early 30s than back in college age.
I mean, I had a lot of fun in college.
Sure.
But I'm not going to say that, like, nothing good has happened since. It's just different.
Yeah. No, and of course, when I was that age, I probably would have seen somebody who was like 27, like the guy in the case, like as much more mature than I am, probably, because they, had a real job but I wouldn't think of them.
It all feels so exponential until you're there in it and you're like, oh wait, never mind.
Yeah, now if somebody dies at like 63 years old, I'm like, oh my god, they were so young. Like,
yeah. Well, I mean,
whereas that would have seemed ancient to me at some point.
It would have seemed ancient to me at some point, but like, yeah, that's not that old. It really isn't. And when people are like, your youth ends at like 29, no, it doesn't. Stop fucking lying.
I'm 39 now, and I am but a child. You can see 2 stuffed animals right Oh, and of course all the loaf cats behind me and my Lego flowers.
I have said
Yeah,
it on this
no.
podcast before, and I will say it again. I am a 26-year-old teenage girl until the moment I turn 50, at which case I will finally make it to 27.
Sure. Yeah, that makes sense.
That's how this works.
Which, yeah, I just don't understand this obsession with youth. It's like they're
If
so
there's
proud of being
anyone,
young. It's like you didn't
it's
do anything.
temporary. It's fucking temporary. If there is anyone
Yeah.
who is younger than me watching this podcast right now, I have no idea what our demographics are, genuinely. But if there's anyone here who feels like 23 is old, holy shit, you're a baby. You're fine. Honestly,
Yeah.
being in your late 20s as someone who has just technically ticked over into my late 20s and still can be considered mid 20s, it's so much better. You're so much
Mhm.
less like, and I'm not saying I have it all figured out, far from it, but Jesus Christ, you're so much less horrified and confused all the time. It goes down to like
Yeah.
40% of the time. It's so much more manageable.
Yeah.
You're a child.
It shouldn't be like your identity that you are young because it's
No,
not going to
not
last.
even a little bit.
And again, it's not like a thing you earned and should be proud of. We were all the age you are at one point.
Yeah.
Like, you're also going to get this age. Like, that's hopefully, if you're lucky at
Yeah.
least.
Also, yeah, honestly, aging is a privilege that is denied to many.
Yeah. No,
So.
and I don't care. I definitely like if I look in the mirror now, I see all these like little fine wrinkles and stuff. I'm like, ooh, I'm getting distinguished.
There you fucking go.
Yeah, I got a few
And
gray
again,
hairs.
you
They always
care
seem to
so
sprout.
much. You care so much less about things that don't matter. I never wear a fucking bra anymore. I almost never wear a real bra anymore. I've all but given up on shaving my legs in
Oh
any
yeah.
month that is not a summer month. It's fantastic. I'm saving so much time. I'm so much more comfortable. I dress
Mhm.
fucking weird now, and I love it.
Mhm.
It gets so much better and easier not being 18. Not that there was nothing
Yes.
good about 18. I was
Yeah.
having
No.
fun, but like
The-
man, there's so much more than that.
Yeah, I never understood. By the way, I've always said my dream is to just have my hair gray in the front, so I'm like Rogue from X-Men, and that's where all my gray hairs sprout. So maybe I
There's
have
hope
like
for
willed
you.
it
I like
into
that.
existence
Or
by
if
talking
it
about it for
starts
years.
or if it starts not happening, you can take advantage of the window where where most of your hair is still like its quote unquote natural color and just dye the streak.
Yeah. Hmm.
So, you have options.
Yeah. I think the gray will be really fun if I dye my hair a fun color, because then I'll just have these lighter, like, getting a little, very slight dashes of salt in my hair now. Just
I keep telling my dad, because he has the hair that remains is white, and he like does No Shave November every year. I keep telling him every year that he should dye his beard green for St. Patrick's Day because he won't have to
Ooh.
bleach it or anything, and then he can just shave it.
How convenient.
I keep
Skipping a
telling him he
step.
should, right?
I mean, I've never
Anyway,
had a beard. I don't know if that would be annoying.
do we have anything else to say about literally anything before we move on?
I think it should be noted that we have had podcast suffer days the last couple days.
Yeah. Yeah, I got the fucking Fluvid combo vaccine that knocked me on my ass. And yet somehow I was so productive in a bunch of little tiny ways, probably because I had nothing better to do than sit on my computer and be slightly miserable and accomplish small admin tasks.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm doing okay
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. You got your shots 2 days ago, and you wanted to play video games last night, so I stopped and got my shots on my way home from work so we could play video games and complain about our arms hurting.
And then just sort of sat there and said nothing for like an hour.
Yeah. Well, I was focused, I guess.
Yeah. That's why in the Fighting with Friends Discord, that's why we were hanging out in what I've called the Parallel Play Lounge, where you do your thing, and sometimes if you want to say something, there's someone else in the voice chat.
Yeah, especially playing Fallout, I ask you questions sometimes. It's like, I haven't encountered this thing before. What do I do?
I
And
do try
sometimes
to
you
be
know, and
helpful.
sometimes you don't.
There's a lot in that game, and I've been playing it for a
Mhm.
very long time.
Yeah.
I have
But
forgotten
I also
things.
would segue the shots into, I got a steroid shot in my foot today.
Ooh,
So I'm feeling
ouchie.
like a pincushion between the the
I'm very
vaccines
sorry.
yesterday and the steroid shot, and I wasn't really supposed to be up and moving around on it, but I was running errands, and that's why I didn't want to intervene in the altercation that I witnessed, because I was like, I'm not even
It
supposed to be
happens.
standing right now.
Also,
But
just
it's
general
not pleasant.
PSA, if you can get vaccinated, do it. Sexy bitches stay
Hmm.
safe.
Ouch. Actually, it
Anyway,
didn't affect me as badly this time.
yeah, wasn't horrible. Did we kill the Liza Minnelli account admin?
Is he really dead?
I am pretty sure. The
Because
Liza
I saw
Minnelli
people.
Outlives account posted about outliving him.
Was it that account?
Not that that's proof necessarily, but that felt pretty serious to me. I didn't think that was the thing people would joke about. Why? Did you see evidence to the contrary?
I thought I had seen. Oh, you don't have a link in that thing.
I do not.
I thought I had seen that that was a hoax,
Oh. Google, show me this
but
guy's
I'm
balls,
not sure.
please.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I'm wrong. I didn't really look at it a lot.
Liza Minnelli outlives.
I mean, the account's still posting.
Yeah. Admin.
Was that 2 weeks ago? Because it was live on the pod, or the day after the pod.
No, someone said something, like someone made some comment about a post that here is a tweet by at computer_gay. Liza Minnelli has outlived Liza Minnelli Outlives administrator Scott Gorenstein. He's best known for pretending to be her publicist. Bruh, what?
Yeah, it didn't come from the Liza Minnelli Outlives account. That's why I think it was like a
Odd.
somebody just being mad because they didn't like what the account said about Chaperone.
Which I don't agree with what that account said about Chapel Roan, by the way. Bad take from Liza. Yeah, so I don't know if this is true or not, but also if it is, did we kill the Liza Minnelli Outlives account admin in some sort of weird reverse Beetlejuice type thing where if enough people mention him, he dies?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Because I think if that were possible, there are other people who would have died first.
You're so right.
Mm-hmm.
Glad we got that cleared up. Okie dokie.
Man, that would be bad, because especially like so many public figures have so many people that hate them regardless of who they are and what they do. So like politicians and celebrities be dropping like flies.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So now I would like us to move on to the asshole of the week. Pull that up here so I can read the post for us. Come on. Again, the Google Docs app hates you for you. No. Did it get taken down?
What?
Oh my
The
god.
post?
It's just I can only see the top, like the
Oh, yeah,
title of the
same.
post now. What the fuck?
Yeah, it was removed by Reddit's filters.
Hold on. Damage control. Let me see if there's anything.
So yeah, because it was that way when I clicked on it, and I thought that maybe it didn't require details and the heading was just enough, because I mean, it kind of is, but
I mean, man. Okay, I mean, if we want to... Here, hold up. The title of the post was, "Am
Well,
I the asshole for refusing to let my cousin use my wedding as a gender reveal for her baby?" And I gotta say, no. No, you're not the
no.
asshole. That's fucking ridiculous. Tell your cousin to fuck off.
Yeah, which this is where some of that detail would come in handy, because looking at some of the replies, like, you have to uninvite her and hire security? Like, for what?
I think it was like she was being very pushy and like acting like she was
Yeah.
gonna do it regardless.
Or, obviously, if she is so upset about this, the polite thing to do is rescind her invitation so she won't feel obliged to attend a wedding where she can't, quote unquote, share the spotlight with the bride. So she must have said something about wanting to share, like, being mad that the
Probably.
bride wouldn't share the spotlight on
Which,
her wedding day.
here's the thing. Is this one of my toxic traits? Possibly, but I like attention. If someone on my fucking wedding day asked me to share the spotlight, die. Again, maybe
It's
that's
like,
one of those things that makes me a horrible person. I don't know. I'm willing to accept that about myself, but no. You don't try to take someone's day from them like that. That's fucked up. Don't do it.
yeah, no, a wedding day is supposed to be like one of the biggest days of your life, and it's supposed to be all about you. And yeah, the person you're marrying, but
But they're not in a pretty dress, god damn it.
yeah, and unless
Well, they
unless
are if
you're
you're
married,
lesbians.
they can be.
They can be.
Or, a guy can wear a dress, but basically attention should be focused on whoever is wearing a pretty dress, who is getting married.
And that's gonna be me. So
them's the rules.
them's the rules indeed.
That's just the
Like,
way it works.
literally, that's it. That is
Yeah.
99% of the reason that I want, like, I don't need like a 200 guest wedding. That's fucking ridiculous. But I want to put on a pretty dress, have my makeup
Mhm.
done, and have people take pictures of
Sure.
me and look at me. And then I want a fucking party.
Yeah. As
That's
it should be.
That's what I want. I want to be 10 out of 10 or like 9 out of 10 drunk by the end of the night.
Yeah.
Like, this is...
Well, you wouldn't be able to remember it. So.
By the very end. The very end can be a little blurry.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Like, that's
Sure.
fine by me. Like, the 2 a.m.,
Yeah,
the 3 a.m. can be a little blurry.
Yeah. Nah, that's fine. Yeah, I don't even understand why somebody would think that was okay to ask that.
People amaze me, and not in a good way, every single fucking day.
Yeah, it's like, hey, this is the biggest day of your life. Can I have some of the
Mind if I
attention?
get in on that? Absolutely
Yeah,
fucking
and it's like,
not.
fuck you. Second of all, why would she want to do that? Probably, is she trying to save money? Because everybody's already there and they have like the,
Who
a venue
fucking
already and
knows?
stuff. So they're just trying to do that. But also, gender reveals are stupid.
Gender reveals are very stupid. Especially the like super... I don't care if somebody like cuts a cake or does like confetti poppers. Again, I give zero shits because I'm never having children. Do what you want. If you want to do little confetti poppers, if you want to have, cupcakes with the little colored frosting in the center, what fucking ever, man. Who cares? But this shit has gotten so ridiculous.
Yeah. Now, to be fair, I do welcome a chance to be over the top in some situations just for funsies.
Oh, God, yeah. Again,
but
be over the top with, like, the confetti or the balloons or, like, the little, like, the stage smoke. Be over the top with that. Don't actually set things on fire.
Yeah.
Be over the top with your sparklers, not your actual pyrotechnics.
But also, I honestly, it doesn't matter that much if your child is biologically male or female. Like, why is that such a big deal to people?
I don't know. I mean, again, it's
Because
dumb.
sure, you're probably
It's
gonna raise them
enforcing
cisgender, but
it's enforcing, the gender binary. I do kind of
yeah,
understand, like, telling people, because, like,
sure.
they do they do tend, or, like, people tend to generally follow the conventions of, like, oh, if they're having a girl, we'll, like, gift them some little baby dresses or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
sure,
Oh,
whatever,
yeah.
man.
Oh, yeah, I mean,
So,
tell
like,
people, it's just you're making such a thing out of it.
make a thing out of it within reason if you want. I get it. You're starting a family. It's probably exciting, especially if people do want to know, like, oh, should I buy some little dresses or whatever? What? Sure, fine. Again, just don't be fucking insane. Stop burning down forests. Oh my
But
god.
but isn't that what baby showers are for? How many parties do you get?
I genuinely have no fucking idea. Assumed those were kind of a rolled into one thing anyway.
No.
Do
There's
I
the
look?
gender reveal party because that happens often months before the baby shower. And I've
Oh,
never
man.
actually been to a gender reveal party, so I don't know if gifts are involved. I would imagine probably are. And so you have to give them gifts at that and the baby shower?
I don't fucking know, man.
I just I don't understand. It's like, congrats, you're sharing this information about your impending baby's genitalia. Like, I don't.
Gifts are definitely involved at both. Yeah, so fuck that. No.
Yeah,
If you're gonna do the gender reveal at all, even if it is kind of stupid, but if you want to tell people in a slightly less clinical way than just being like, oh, it's a boy, it's a girl,
yeah,
just be fucking reasonable.
yeah. Have a cake at your party that has, like, the inside dyed or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, have fun with it, but like, I think they're putting too many demands on their family and friends.
Oh, absolutely. Um, do we have anything else to say about that? Or just about the concept of gender reveals in general? Trashing them is fun.
I know. And to be clear, I'm not saying people should never do gender reveals or, like,
Again,
do what makes you happy.
just keep it. I think
Be
it's
reasonable.
stupid, but I don't give a fuck if you have different color sparklers. Sure, that's probably a cute little thing for your family. Enjoy yourself. Bake a cake. But God. Oh, and maybe it's just because I hate kids. But, like,
Yeah.
I just think it's the dumbest shit, man.
Yeah, no, I think have your fun, but do so in a way that is safe and doesn't hurt. Like, people have died for
Yes,
these
people have
things.
literally fucking died. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
So have your fun, but be safe and don't put unnecessary burdens on your friends and family by making them go to, like, a separate party and give you extra gifts. Like, that's kind of tacky.
Yeah, no, that's total BS.
By the way, we should get sparklers next time we're hanging out. I don't know why. It just sounds like a fun idea. I don't
Sure,
know
why
where we can
not?
get those.
Um,
That might not be until Saratoga. Network Sparkler Night?
fuck yeah. I mean, we're gonna be partying anyway.
I don't know why, but that just sounds super fun to me.
No, you're here on Halloween.
Get drunk and oh, right. Maybe.
You don't have a
We'll
choice.
see. Halloween Sparkler Night. Get drunk and play with sparklers and try not to burn yourself. It's a fun challenge.
I love it. And we're gonna fucking do Drunken Disorderly after the Big Dumb Monster Mash.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah. That's
Anyway.
like 3 weeks from tomorrow.
Okay. So I think now is as good a time as ever to begin the meditation and reflect on how we are worse this week, because man, do I have a lot of fucking answers for you.
Although I just realized Chris put this link to the Facebook event for the Big Dumb Monster Mash in the chat. We should, like, promote that event. I don't know if we want to do it now since it has come up or wait until the end.
Oh, 100%. I'll be bringing it up again at the end. Don't you worry, with everything else that we're supposed to bring up at the end anyway. But yeah.
Okay.
Links in the description, in the chat. all that fun stuff. Yes.
I'm pointing
Begin
to
the
where it is for me.
meditation.
You are without doubt the worst pirate I've ever heard of.
Listen, cue ball, you're only making it worse.
Thanks, that even makes it worse.
It's worse than you know.
It usually is.
I think that's the worst thing I've ever heard.
That's the worst goodbye I've ever heard. And you stole it from a movie.
How marvelous.
How are you worse this week, bestie?
I gotta be honest, I really do meditate during that. I'm like really reflecting on.
Oh, yeah, so do I. It's not a joke.
It's true. Like, how am I worse? What have I
It is
done?
not remotely a joke.
And I also gotta be honest that I am struggling to come up with anything.
Oh, don't you fucking worry. I got you. So
What have I been doing?
all seen, or at least I have brought this up. I've brought this up on the podcast before, unless this is like the first episode you're watching or whatever. But I have my custom elastomeric mask that I made because it's cool as shit. But I thought it would be fun to give myself some options when it comes to this. I made a bunch of different filter covers for the mask, is what I'm saying. I have a spike-free version in case I go, like, because I know some shows are like, you can't wear that because people might get hurt or whatever. So I have a spike-free version. I have a version now that I made with smaller spikes, a little less scary. And I have this partially completed one because I ran out of the right size of jump rings. But I have this, it's got small and large spikes on the border, but I gave it a bunch of essentially like, come on, focus, piercings.
Little piercing. I was gonna say piercings.
Yes. The other side isn't finished because again I ran out of the correct size, but so that's one of the ways I am worse. I have been very crafty. And that's also a throwback to I bought spikes and am going to use them. That being my worsening for like 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, maybe. Because they're getting used.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see, what else have I been up to? We have branding for regrettable reviews now, and for whatever happens happens, even though the first episode of that has yet to happen.
Whenever it happens, it happens.
Whatever it happens. Well, we do have a date for that now.
I know, but it was just
Very
a
excited.
little joke.
And I have started adding, or I'm going to begin adding a border to the bottom of my jacket here. You can see I've started mapping out what it's going to be. It's going to be lyrics from a Sleep Token song in the little rune alphabet that they use for their album titles all along the hem of the jacket. So I'm working on that.
How are you putting it on there? Like,
I'm going to embroider it.
embroider.
So that's how I'm worse. I've been doing a lot of crafts and also been playing more Fallout. Fucking shocker.
Yeah. Yeah, I think part of the reason I am struggling to come up with things is because I've been super busy. I had my parents in town for like a few days over the weekend. I just haven't had free time to do stuff. But I did make sure I checked on my Animal Crossing Island every day, which
Love
I
it.
checked, and I'm at like 200 hours already,
Nice.
which is just sad.
No, it's not.
But yeah, I've been primarily knitting, I guess, as my crafty thing because I restarted a shawl that I abandoned a while back, and it's
I
cooking
love that
now.
for you.
I thought of a thing. Oh, duh! I'm going to another con this weekend.
There you go.
Pickle City Part 2.
Hell yes.
Trying to decide between Saturday or Sunday. We only want to do one day.
I don't know if this is technically worse, but this is also just news for you. I got your scythe primed. I'm getting her fixed up for November. Because, man, that paint job was coming off fast.
Oh, yeah, that's why we were going to bring it to
Did not
Mid-Hudson,
anticipate
and
that.
it was, Yeah, because I picked it up and flakes were just falling off, and I was like, I'm just gonna put this right back.
I'm just gonna put this right back down. Whoopsies.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
no, that will no
Nickel City
longer
this
be a
weekend.
problem.
Nice. Nickel City this weekend, that's where William Shatner is going to be on Sunday. So, plus, there is a reunion of the 3 main characters from the Weekend at Bernie's franchise.
Hey, fun.
So I'm pretty excited about that too, that's on Sunday as well. So I might go with my friend on Saturday and then just go by myself on Sunday to see.
So solid. Would not blame.
It's like an hour drive.
Whatever, man.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah. But I realized after this one and then Saratoga next month, I will have been to 7 cons this year, I think it is. So not quite one a month, but
not bad.
More than half the months.
Not fucking bad.
Which is, yeah, crazy.
Let's see. You got anything else?
I feel like probably yes, but I also feel like I'm having trouble thinking of things. Although if this steroid shot does its job, I'm going to be getting insufferable about running again because I would be able to run.
Good, I love that for you. I hope you do become insufferable about running again.
Yeah, I miss it.
Well, I guess it's going to kind of bring us into our wrap up. Let's see, what have we got coming up?
Lots of things.
Lots of things. We're talking about the OG Suspiria on the Fighting with Friends Twitch stream tomorrow night. Oh, we're getting so close. We're getting so close to Shadows. That's our second to last spooky season stream before we start talking about Shadows. Holy shit. Whew. But yeah. Talking about the OG Suspiria. And then do we have anything? Is Network doing anything on Friday for anybody who wants to watch things? Do we have Defenestration Hour? People need to start using the fucking Defenestration Hour.
Okay,
yes, I was right. Use the network calendar, goddammit. This is why I made it, so I can know what's happening and promote everybody's things. Watching the Expendables. Awesome. So Defenestration Hour on Friday, talking about the Expendables. Next, regrettable reviews. We're going to be talking about Xanadu, which I have yet to watch. Regularly scheduled programming for Fighting with Friends next week. We don't have any weeks off for the foreseeable future, barring any
not that I'm aware of
other random problems that come up, but I think we're all set there.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, just keep an eye out for tons of fun stuff happening at the network. We've got our first Whatever Happens Happens coming up on October 27th. We've got Arthur and I going to the Rocky Horror Picture Show on October 21st. We're going to be doing a Get Ready With Us stream beforehand at like 5:30, and then 9:30 after the show. We're going to be doing a remote because that is Monday, Big Dumb Monsters Day. But we're going to be doing a remote debrief, kind of, I guess, off-brand regrettable reviews, because you can definitely class the Rocky Horror Picture Show as science fiction to some degree. So just a debrief, essentially, talk about the show that we, like the physical Shadowcast that we just saw, and talk about the movie. So we're going to
they have a whole song about science fiction.
This is very true. Possibly another network movie night in the nearest future. We might go see Saw.
Seesaw.
Haha. But no, they're putting that back in theaters for the 20th anniversary of the movie on October 20th. And that's a Sunday when I'm back on my normal schedule. So I feel like it would be feasible to go see that and then talk about it. So maybe we'll do that, who knows. And then on Halloween night, fucking Thursday, October 31st, we have got the Big Dumb Monster Mash. We're doing a live costume contest, karaoke, horror trivia. There's going to be prizes. What the hell is the name of it? I keep thinking of the mead place from Skyrim.
The Bull and Bee.
The Bull and Bee. I keep thinking of the Bee and Barb, which is from a fucking video game. But no, there's going to be some fucking mead, which I've never had. I'm very excited about that.
I enjoy a good
it's
mead.
gonna be a good fucking time. Brooks is gonna get her ass into town for that. We're not giving her the option to not.
You know, I'm only teaching classes until 4:10, and it's, you know, little over a 3-hour drive.
Fuck them.
Actually, no, from campus.
7:30.
From campus, it's more like 3.5 or closer to 4 even.
Fuck
I don't know. I knew you were going to say that. I did just let them out early yesterday, so.
There you go. But I think that's everything that we have concretely coming up. That and Saratoga Comic-Con, but that's not till November.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's I just counted and immediately forgot. I think it's 5 weeks away.
Okay, cool.
Which is sooner than it seems, but
sooner than it seems.
That'd be
indeed,
right.
But I'm just doing.
Maybe that's
I'm
not right.
reusing cosplays both days, which is going to be fantastic.
6 weeks. 6 weeks. My bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rock and roll.
Yeah, I mean,
that's certainly all
yeah.
I've got.
But Saratoga will be the last con for a while.
Yeah, for a little bit, but we will find something to fill the gap. Don't you fucking worry.
Yeah, no, I'm just thinking about the ridiculously detailed Pip-Boy that I'm working on.
Hey, you're gonna have time. You are gonna have time.
That's true. And I was thinking of that when I said I enjoy over-the-top things sometimes. It's like, is it necessary to create one with this amount of detail and working LED lights? No.
No, not at all. Am I gonna do it? Yeah.
Absolutely. It requires a complicated Excel file and a lot of hunting online for parts, and yeah, it's fine.
Sometimes you and I both have the too much gene.
Yeah. My parents were here over the weekend, and you know, I tried to like clean up all of my various hobby mess as much as I could. And
were you getting
I was
roasted
talking
the
about
whole weekend?
Oh yeah, my stepdad kept making jokes about how you can't even walk through this room and stuff because of my resin printer being added.
Oh my god.
But so a birthday present that I had on my Amazon wish list, high priority, is a kit to build a Johnny Five robot from the Short Circuit movie. Because I freaking love that. I freaking love those movies. But I was like, oh, I can't wait to start putting this together. You know, my mom was like, how about you finish even one project before you start another?
Wow, your mom came for you.
Yeah, I was like, that doesn't sound like fun. Like, it's like, do you know how many knitting projects and crochet projects I have like ongoing right here? I couldn't even tell you, dozens. Plus my various 3D printing projects and just all the things. I do all the things, and I get excited about a thing, and then I get distracted by another thing, and it just keeps going. Everything is interesting, and I want to know how to do everything and try everything.
It's perfectly reasonable to me.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, as always, thank you for fighting with us, friends. We appreciate each and every single one of you, and we will be back again next week for more fun. We'll see you then. Adios, everybody. This week's episode of the Fighting with Friends podcast was hosted by Bridget Kelly and Dr. Sarah Brookes. You can find other episodes of the podcast on YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, or your other favorite listening platform. Catch us live on Twitch every Wednesday and Thursday, and for ad-free live broadcasts of the show, you can subscribe to our Twitch channels or consider donating to our Patreon for ad-free access to our entire library of past episodes and streams, as well as fun bonus content. Fighting with Friends is a member of the Big Dumb Monsters podcast network. Check out the links in the description for more episodes from us and from all of the shows on the network. Thanks for listening!